Today, Texas recorded its first and for now its only legal same-sex marriage. A state district judge ordered the Travis County clerk to issue a marriage license to 2 women.
We rejoice that Suzanne and Sarah joined in marriage.
Sarah Goodfriend and Suzanne Bryant exchanged marriage vows this morning with their daughters by their sides. The couple sued to receive the license for medical reasons. Goodfriend has ovarian cancer and her prognosis is uncertain. The Texas Supreme Court decided to block any further marriages by gay couples but did not address this case.
This really is very, very meaningful to our family to have the kind of ability to make personal decisions, health decisions, and financial decisions as a family going forward.
And we're just very grateful that we've had this opportunity to crack the door open in Texas. We hope it will swing wide for everyone very soon.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton says he is working to nullify the couple's license because the Texas Constitution still defines marriage as between one man and one woman. A federal court ruled the Texas ban on same-sex marriage unconstitutional, but put the ruling on hold pending appeal.
We asked family law attorney Michelle O'Neill to help us sort through what happened today, what's legal, what's not. Okay, this is a very narrow decision earlier today. This is one couple allowed to marry, and then the law, not a loophole, but then that closed very quickly. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Sure, yeah. It was a window that was open for a very small amount of time because the Travis County Probate Court declared the statute unconstitutional. And
they have, a probate court has standing?
A probate court in that particular case had standing in that particular case based on the facts in front of it. And then nobody immediately appealed. The Attorney General wasn't a part of the case immediately, and so it kind of sat there with the window open, and these ladies in Austin took advantage of that window.
Okay, right now, tonight, gay marriage legal in Texas?
The gay marriage that happened today in Texas appears to be legal for now, but there is not a floodgate open for anybody else because the Supreme Court has stayed the ruling.
And so now it's not legal. It's not that loophole or window.
The window has closed for today.
Political that happened in Austin, Austin courts, Austin folks involved. You feel a political thing here going on?
Well, you know, certainly politics has a lot to do with everything, and Austin is a fertile ground for this to happen in.
This couple has been together 30 years. One of them underwent cancer treatment for ovarian cancer. Does that matter?
It mattered today. What they did was these 2 ladies filed a petition in district court in Austin asking for the district judge to order the clerk to issue them a marriage license based on their particular circumstance because they had health issues and I think didn't want to wait for the rest of the courts to rule.
And was the clock that might have been being considered, is that the Supreme Court? We know they're taking up gay marriage in the summer. Is that kind of the clock we were looking at, or was it just the survival ability of the people involved?
Well, I don't know the survival ability. They haven't really commented on that, but they certainly in their press conference today commented on the fact that the U.S. Supreme Court is taking it up and is expected to rule by June, and they just didn't want to wait that long. They wanted to take advantage of the window that was open today. Okay,
so the Texas Supreme Court stopped it. Our Attorney General says he's going to work on nullifying it. Are these 2 still married as far as the law in Texas?
Today they are still married until a court at some level says they are not.
Okay, in 2005, Texas voters defined marriage as between a man and a woman, and that won by a 53% margin. Do you think that's changed in the last 10 years? And does public opinion, voters' ideas of things even matter anymore? Or is the Supreme Court going to do away with all that anyway?
It's hard to tell if it's changed in Texas because Texas voters do still tend to be overwhelmingly conservative. But certainly public opinion as a whole seems to have shifted since in the last 10 years. So it does seem that there's a possibility that public opinion may have shifted enough to make this different among our elected officials.
The elected officials, certainly, but the Supreme Court, they don't care about that stuff so much.
Well, the Texas Supreme Court is still elected. They're still politicians. They still run based on parties. The U.S. Supreme Court is not political.
Right. All right, let's talk about the U.S. Supreme Court. June is the date we're hearing. How might that come down? What do you think? The fact that they are hearing that, do you take that as an indication one way or another? Because it was so long, they did not want to get into this. They left it to the states to decide, and now they're taking it. Do you see that as they're going to take it one direction or another?
I think the biggest clue has been the Windsor case from a couple of years ago that ruled part of the Defense of Marriage Act on the federal level unconstitutional. Their opinion signals some things that I think we can take from that. One of those things is that they extended the Equal Protection Clause to same-sex couples. And if they're consistent, which the U.S. Supreme Court usually is consistent, that extension of the Equal Protection Clause to same-sex couples should carry over to this issue whenever there's a case in front of them that's proper.
They tend to build on rulings, don't
Right.
they? Their buildings go in the same direction.
Absolutely.
Okay, Michelle O'Neill, thank you very much. Thanks
Thank
for coming
you.
in. Good
Thank you
insight.
so
Thanks a lot.
much.
All right.